Okay. Dead small. Charlie, Luke, back. The count's wrong, but we'll fix that.
Alright. You wanna make small pain?
So what?
Yeah.
Yoshi, give me an estimated stack.
You should have. Do you want to stack this? So about like
Yeah, but
The live stream after I opened that up changed to like just text that says Logitech
Whoa.
Rio. Oh, never mind. I guess.
Okay, instead of that, just click the thing that says poker live stream and it should be alright.
39.
I think we're getting.
Test, test, test. Hey, folks, sorry about that. I think I kicked the power cable under the desk and the entire computer reset. Call it my fault if you want. I don't really know. Anyway, we're going to go... Looks like we're doing okay here on the stream. We have this running, this running. I am just a commentator here. I don't really know much about the computer stuff, but I think we got it running. I think we got it running good and well here.
ready to watch me play some trash hands. Dude, I'm so ready. Remember that one hand we were talking about? That you know, you remember you were like, oh, I beat you, or I lost with it and then you won with it. You remember that hand? Yeah, that's what I have.
Makani had no business beating you with that 9 deuce, bro. Luke, that 9 deuce your mother beat you with?
9 deuce. Yeah. I mean, I won like 10-4 offsuit yesterday.
All right, getting back into the stream. Sorry for such a delay, but Yoshi's going to take down this pot, pair of nines for 175. Let's see if we can get back on track here. Yoshi's in the lead here after that hand with 15% of the chips. Everyone else with just about 14%. Just ever so slightly in the lead.
I don't have to on the system yet. I'll get him next hand. You bet 700.
Copy that. I'm going to give this back to Eric now.
Thank you. What's going on to run? Just hit it hard on the bottom.
He raised.
1225. I put them all in.
Alright, fuck you. You 9? Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Stop. Team Will.
I got you. Can you now estimate your chip count so I can get it correct?
Did you get it last time I told you?
I have a question for both you and the dealer. What if you're okay with it? If you're okay with it, can we both move down so I can? If you're okay with it, it's up to you.
Why?
Because it doesn't change the action.
Yeah, we're good. You're going to go then C6.
Technically, that would have put me as button, but
Yeah, no. We're going to still make you the button.
exactly.
Everyone wanted to move down a chair, which usually is not a big deal, but in this game with the card readers, it takes a second to take care of the computer aspect of it. Just getting everything set here, everybody. Thank you for the patience. And we lost the camera again. What happened?
In a minute. I had it.
Interesting. What's up? Sorta. I kicked the power cable under there and the whole computer reset, so I'm trying to get everything back down. I literally just like sat back in the chair and my foot hit one thing and then the whole thing reset. I don't know what the fuck. And I'm missing a camera right now. I don't know. Here.
5,700, I believe.
Yeah, it just says Logitech Brio. Like, it's just like the text. It says no signal. I think it's that camera, right?
Interesting.
Is there anything we can do, or just kind of let it ride?
Sorry.
No worries.
The AI could see when you're framing.
50's the bet.
I think that AI above it. You can like make an AI, it'll like make
Calling 50. 50's still the bet.
check, watch a video on that.
Calling 50.
I didn't know I could do half this shit and I looked it up. There's like a ton of shares.
I forgot you guys have that one chip rule.
That's fine. Yeah, best thing is just verbalize.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're getting back into the stream. Missing a camera here. Sorry about that. This camera is not liking us today, but we're going to work around it. Chris is here with a pair of 4s and a gut shot to a 5,
Not on you yet.
although he's behind King Queen. Charlie's going to make it 200 to go. Chris and Sonia are both going to call the extra 100. Min click doesn't get rid of anybody. And we're looking at a 7 falls off. Waiting for that to pop up in the graphics. There she is, and Charlie's good for some chips here. Let's see where we're looking at.
Chill down. Show one, show all. Alright, Luke, you're the dealer.
Swap seats.
25 for another point.
Chris last week we implemented the first one being little small ones.
I want to get it all and shit.
It actually worked out really well.
Action on Georgia over here in the Steelers hoodie. Ace-8 offsuit, multi-tabling, as you can see on her phone there. Gonna put in the call. Sorry again, everyone, but we're missing our camera that would show you Yoshu's the action's on. Georgia's gonna let it go for an extra 100.
We closed this one already.
Oh, you already did?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Chris is looking at plenty of outs here.
There might be another game after this one, but
Cool.
Any club, any 6, any king can beat Yoshi's pair of 4s. Chris is behind, but he's going to chop out a bet here. I don't think Yoshi's scared of this. He might be scared if another club rolls off, rightfully so. And it does. Chris hits the nut flush. Yoshi's gonna check. Chris is gonna jam. Jams for just 250. Yosh rightfully lets it go.
Appreciate that. Did you actually think you?
That was absurd. That was awesome.
Yosh is saying thank you for getting shown
I didn't have any.
the club.
Well, I had some, but not close. What's your name again, bro?
That hurt me so bad.
Literally the best hand in poker.
Literally the best hand.
Yosh sitting with plenty of chips to make that call, but lets it go anyway.
Should have took a picture, bro.
Yeah, I did. It's actually live streaming right now. You can go back and watch it.
Oh yes, it's a for him.
Did I hand the chips? No, I won the hand. You gave me the 25. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry, this 25's not yours.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what that was.
Camera's still down. So tempting to check it. Not that we're really doing anything to fix it, but it magically disappeared. Maybe it'll magically come back. Who knows? Anyway, Chris with our colorful hat there. He's going to call the 25. Sonia calls. Couple calls going around. The big and small blind get checked as they're both 25. Going to a flop here. 2 threes and a king. No help to anyone, really. Looking like ace high is still best here. For Chris, who was also under the gun. It's going to check all the way through, and a deuce is going to roll off. Giving Rob the best hand, but Chris the most equity. Chris has too many cards to hit. Oh, and it went to the camera we don't like. It keeps going to the camera we don't like. Okay.
Yeah, raise 50 here.
Rob's 50% likely to win this hand. 5 rolls off, giving Chris his wheel, which is the straight from ace to 5. Rob checks it on over to him. And Chris is going to throw 500 at it. Yoshi is off camera at the moment, is going to let it go. And Rob likes it. Rob is going to put in the call. He doesn't think anyone's sitting there with ace 4. He folds. Good fold.
It's now 25-50.
That was spicy. That's okay.
And Chris shows his hand. Yosh still in the lead here with 5,000 chips. Sonia on the right of your screen in the gray jacket.
Sounds like a fun thing, man. I just gave him a poker table, so we'll have an actual table. Oh, cool. Should be
Yosh picks up a pair of 5s. Let's see if he does anything with them. He's going to raise to 150. Rob likes a suit of connectors. He jams for 550. Chris the call with pretty middling hand, but he hit the wheel last hand with the same thing, so he's going to make the call. And I wish I could put Yosh on camera. I can't. He's not happy about the fives, but he's going to put in the call. Yeah, we're going to look at a flop here in a second.
It's only 2-1.
If you squint, it's an 11. Put it back.
If you ever see somebody playing online as pocket ones,
Is it?
that's what I play as.
Rob loves this flop. He didn't hit his straight or his flush like he would usually want to with suited connectors, but trip sevens is good all the same. He's going to jam for 550 after Yosh bets 200. It's like, I don't think any of you have a 7. There's Rob's full house. And a 6 rolls off. Keeping Rob in the lead here. It's going to check all the way to Rob, and he shows the 7. He's good.
Jackson 7. Wait.
No, he already put the chips over.
Chris.
That's what I thought you were going to do.
Chris is going to scoop the side pot because Yoshi's 5 got counterfeited, so ace high is good for the jack 7s and an ace. For the side pot.
Wish you had more money.
Yosh losing some chips, still in the lead. I was gone for the first few hands, but he must have won a lot of chips.
You're at 2550 action here. Raise to 100. Yeah, okay.
Nobody's got clubs in their hands. Watch, this flop is going to fall. 3 clubs.
Hang on. No, unfortunately we closed this one out. Sorry, man. Appreciate you.
No clubs on the flop. My bad. 9-10 jack, a gut shot for Sonia and Luke.
Sonia.
Open-ended for Chris, open-ended for Yosh. Rob is a flush draw. Everyone gets a piece of this. Everyone's on a draw. Rob's got the most equity because if he hits his flush, he'd be in the lead. Most equity by far.
I like that.
Rob likes it. He calls. Plenty of draws that could continue. That lose to his draw if he hits. Next card falls. That's 6. Doesn't change anything except for Luke. Is now well in the lead with king high. I don't think he knows it. He's going to check. Yosh loves the check here. Rob likes to check here as well. And a 7 rolls off. Now Chris and Yosh hit their straight. They're both chopping this pot. They don't know it. I don't have a camera on Yosh. But he just calls, makes a smooth call, and they're going to chop. Yosh and Chris staying out front. As far as chips are concerned, Yosh still well in the lead, almost double the second place chip count.
go too much.
I was afraid you had the queen.
Yeah.
That's why I did. I'll take a chop all day.
Oh, keep it going. You can't just tease me like that.
Still don't have the shot of Yosh. I'd fix it if I could. I don't know.
You're gonna go the other
On
table.
that chick in the movie Hell. You know when she sung in like the bathroom with Will Ferrell?
Good luck.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Yeah, see you later. Bye. Adios. Ta-ta.
I'm sending Luke. He's beautiful, so you definitely want it.
I believe in you.
That's why we say get off the cameras.
I believe in you.
I don't think he likes when I sit here. What happens if I hit the let go button?
Just the amount that matters.
Control Alt Delete.
I have to hit one of them.
I don't have auto follow on the cameras, but it still loves to go to that camera that's not working. There it goes again.
Can you see better there?
Yes.
A call.
I can give him change if you want.
Blinds up next hand.
Plenty of limps here. Let's see a flop.
Hilarious movie, Airplane. That's good.
Instantly what I thought about right there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Roger.
Top, or middle top for Sonia, I guess you could call it that. There's Sonia in the gray jacket there. Rob hits a pair as well. He's gonna take the first stab at it for 250.
I'm that dude
It's on
that
Chris on the left to call there. He's gonna make the call. Sonia lets it go with top.
Playing Christmas
Don't blame her. Can't assume you're good with a middling pair every time.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
It's my favorite hand. Glad I folded.
Ace rolls off, helping nobody but scaring everybody.
Yep, so glad I folded that shit.
Another ace rolls off. Rob checks, and Chris is going to throw 100 at it. Not really the right bluff there. He could have put more out. He was just trying to get paid by who knows. There's no ace high to call. There's no king high to call. There's a queen high to call, I guess. I think it's bluff big there or don't bluff at all.
I have 6 players. 6 players.
Yeah, this jacket don't look like much, but it keeps me so calm. First time I sweat was here last time I was here.
5,100.
Stream loves to snap right to the camera that's not working. Chris is going to make the call here from the cutoff. Charlie in the small blind there in the blue shirt. It's going to call for a little more. And here's Yosh with a pair of fives again. He's going to make the raise. He says that hand doesn't treat him well, but he's going to give it a chance to here for 500. Chris is going to make the call. Charlie's going to get out of there with ace deuce. Heads up to a flop. No face cards in anyone's hand. No aces. Not even a 10. Flop comes down. Yosh doesn't like the flop. Chris doesn't like the flop. Anyone's bluff here. It was a good one. Yosh is off camera. Sorry again, but waiting for him to make his action. He's going to throw 150 at it. Just a quick stab, see what happens. He's got a pair. If Chris misses, he's going to fold. Maybe. Hard to continue here. And he does. Well played. Yosh scoops 500 with a pair of fives. Let's look at one of my favorite stats here, the aggression frequency. Chris is the most aggressive at the table. Sonia's the most passive. Now that compares to chip stack, where Sonia and Chris are both at the lowest part of the chip stack, so the correlation there is a little off.
How was the Browns Steelers game? I found out they didn't have George Pickens. Still won.
Gonna see Georgia under the gun here.
Require 50 betting minutes.
Okay, I thought you told me.
No, thank you.
Georgia's gonna let it go. Chris doesn't like it either. Sonia doesn't like it. Charlie, I think he had ace deuce last hand. Let's see if he likes it this time. He calls. Rob's got a hand. Out of the big blind with the option to raise or check is going to make it 400. Charlie folded to a raise with ace deuce last time. Can't do it twice. You can't miss twice. Sorry, wrong camera. Yosh got out of the way. We're going to see a flop where Charlie hits two pair. And he's happy with that. Rob probably doesn't hate it that much either. He probably knows he's behind. But he's got a gut shot. He doesn't know there's only two left, though, in the deck. It's probably not going to fall. But it's on Rob for 400 to call. And he's going to make the call. At this rate, he's going to be all in by the end. And there it is. Out of the two jacks in the deck, one of them falls. Rob gets rewarded for calling down. Charlie's going to bet into him again. Rob loves this. Rob's salivating right now. Is he going to raise or is he going to smooth call here? He's going to raise to 1,000. Now we're back on Charlie. Can't fold two pair. Charlie's got 4 outs. More outs than Rob had a second ago. And an 8 falls and Rob's clean here. Rob's first out of the big blind. Rob's going to jam for 325, and Charlie calls. Broadway straight is good for 2,200 chips. It's a great played hand by Rob there. Rob bumps to second place, right behind Yosh. You might be wondering at home, why did this kid's parents name him Yosh? Well, they're big fans of Mario, and Yoshi was a favorite. No, we call him that because we had about 5 people named Josh playing all at once, and we needed some nicknames. So we started calling people by their last name, and we called Josh over there Yosh. I put him on camera, but I can't because it's broken. I'm sorry. I don't know. He's a real pretty guy, though, I promise. Would be great to put him on the stream. Chris is under the gun here. Picks up King Jack off, also known as Jack King off. It's only 100 to call. He's going to make the call. Sonia was 7 deuce suited, a crowd favorite. Lays it down. Charlie with bad cards. He's going to get out of the way. Our topic of discussion here, Yosh is going to put in the call with some offsuit connectors. Rob calls out of the small blind. Georgia checks. We're going 4 ways to the flop here. Chris likes that flop. Chris has got top pair. People might have a Broadway draw. That's hard to let go of. People might have a club draw. That's hard to let go of. Great spot for Chris to bet here. Let's see what he does. Chris is just going to throw 100 at it. Plenty of people in the pot. Plenty of people to call. Yosh off camera has practically just nothing.
I folded after the 100. I thought that it was on. Which doesn't make any sense because the guy doesn't have
Waiting on Yosh. Here's Rob and Georgia. Yosh is going to let it go. Rob is going to let it go. Georgia's going to let it go. Nobody had the draws that could have called Chris, but he's going to take down a little pot of 300. How about the went to showdown frequency? Chris is going there quite often. Rob is going there quite often. Georgia and Sonia have never been there.
I've seen it. Somebody local went to one around here.
Chris and Rob are quite high up. I guess that means they're just getting the better cards and the better runouts.
I wonder if it's the same one.
Something to brag about.
Oh yeah.
My buddy.
He does.
No, I think he said him and his buddy run.
Oh, really? So, called Pillow Fighting Championship, PFC.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Retired MMA fighters play a match.
I feel like I would destroy in that though.
Yeah, a lot of people think that, and then they go watch one.
Our dealer will move us to the next hand here soon. He's just missed a button. He's dealt the cards out, and we're just waiting for him to move it along. There it goes, and we're on to the next hand. Sonia picks up a decent hand to call with under the gun. Queen 7 suited. I'd probably let it go, but she's going to see what happens.
So there's a version of it that they do that. But no, there's one that's actually in the Olympics. It's actually a cool game. It's like a mix between.
Rob and Georgia like it. I think it's on Chris. He checks, and we're going to look at a flop here. There's an ace. 5, and there's an 8. Ace only helps Yosh here, and nobody else really gets any help. I don't think anyone likes this flop except for Yosh. I think he's going to bet, and everyone's going to fold. He doesn't make it cheap either. Makes it 500. Makes it 500, trying to get anyone to call. I think he just got excited about the ace, but there's really nothing else for anyone to have to call him there. How about we take a look at pre-flop raise percentage? Charlie and Rob, almost a quarter of the time they play a hand, they're raising pre-flop. Chris has never raised pre-flop, although Chris is third place in chips. Not that far ahead of everyone else. Charlie's really teetering on the end here. Here's Charlie in our number 4 seat, 3 seat. Haven't got a read on Yosh's cards here, but we're going to a flop. It's just a limped pot. We're looking at 3 hearts, and Georgia is going to bink the nut flush on the flop. Chris is going to throw a little bit at this. He's got a flush draw. Sonia's got a flush draw. Georgia's got the nuts. He's going to raise here. Aggressive raise. A nutted hand. Sonia's going to call. Chris is going to call. Okay, Georgia's loving this. Not even paying attention. Best hand on the table, and she knows it. A 4 rolls off, helping nobody. Chris is happy to check. Sony's happy to check. Georgia says, how much money do you have? Because I want it all, and I'm going to bet accordingly. Probably going to throw out 250 because Sony's only got 250 left. Get a little min bet. She's going to jam. Chris gotta let it go. Sony's gotta let it go.
Didn't want you to see me over here going, what happened?
When a player goes out,
Yeah, I'm watching for that.
Let's see what's going on with Sonya. Sorry, we're on camera. Sonya's thinking,
Oh, yeah.
and she calls for the rest of her chips. And she's drawing dead. Georgia's going to scoop this pot of 2,200.
straight out.
Wow.
Board does pair, but Sonya does not have a set
It's over.
or two pair.
This is where we get to buy a drink.
Yeah, take a break.
Sonya's going to be knocked out of the game. We're going to go to our chip up break.
Chipping the greens out?
The blinds are going to go to 100, 200, so we're going to get everything that's not a multiple of 100 off the table. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm going to leave it here, maybe 10 minutes. And we'll see you guys when we come back. Hey, we are back. I have been joined by my esteemed co-host. I don't know what esteem means, but I hear a lot of people say it. It's Theo.
What's up, chat?
We got our camera working. You're looking at it right now. It's a little dark back there, but at least it's not just the Audio Technica or whatever it was saying.
I need everybody to count your chips, and then I'm going to come to you.
Sorry, what?
I need
Like 2 minutes and then we're gonna go.
count your chips,
Copy
and then
that.
I'll come to you and ask.
All right, chat. Couple minutes and we're gonna get started here. Who do we got in the lead?
Let's look at the stack sizes here. Yosh is in the lead just by a hair in front of Rob.
Yosh cooked me. I'm not gonna lie. He took my stack and the French lady stack. What's her name?
French lady stack. Well, I think there's two French ladies here. We have Sonia and Joanna. Let's see if I can see them on the camera here. No, I think
Nah,
they
they're
might
in the
have
back.
left the premises.
No, I think they're on the couch right outside of the view. But
I don't know if I can see them.
but Joanna got out by Josh and literally took me out the next hand with trips. And he's just been cooking up. I mean, this guy's I don't know. He's like a prodigy of poker. This guy. He's just so good.
Who's this, Chris?
No, Josh.
Oh, Yosh.
Yosh.
Yosh, right.
Yeah, dude, he's just comp. You can't beat this fucking guy. I
Off
swear.
camera, we had a second table going, and that table has concluded, and we are playing now what we call the final table. We have a couple of new people joining us here. We have Tara in the red dress off to the left of your screen there. Yes, she is. And everybody else is pretty much from our table, except for Nick in seat 5 over there. He's just off camera to the left there and just off camera to the right there, so we're not going to get a good shot of his face, but
Trust me,
he is there. We have Mitt also to the to the left of Luke. Mitt's one of the more experienced poker players, if not probably the most experienced poker player at the table. Always fun to have him at the table. He'll definitely put you to the test.
Austin, I'm sorry to cut you off for a second. Can we go back to that camera angle real quick?
This one.
Yes. Mike's head looks like the sun. Jesus Christ, dude.
He's just...
Oh, my God. Dude, he is blinding me right now.
He's just so clean.
Holy.
You might even call him Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
Too easy. Low-hanging fruit.
That's
Low-hanging
a
fruit.
good one. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Something Middle East.
Okay. All right. Get out of here. But yes, Mitt, he is one of the more experienced players, I will say. Constantly dominates. I mean, this guy is just he's ridiculous on the table. I'm not gonna lie.
We have Charlie, who I'm actually not familiar with, not at the table right now. We're going to go ahead and get started without him, even though he's button here. He'll get some cards to his seat, but we'll go ahead and fold them. We have Zoe over there in the red bandana. Going to be under the gun here.
She looks confused as shit.
She looks a little confused. She's like, how am I here if the age limit of the bar is 18?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Sitting next to mommy and daddy. Ooh, Georgia with a heater here. This is actually a pretty good hand for Georgia. Austin, I need your opinion on this. Anything that's an ace suited, are you playing?
Any suited ace? Depends on the price, right?
So right now we're at 1-2. If you have a suited ace at 1-2, it goes to 4. Let's say 6. 6, are you playing that?
If it's pretty much anything besides ace 6 through 8, I'll give it a shot, right?
So ace 9, you're pulling the trigger.
Ace 9, I'm probably pulling the trigger.
Okay.
For 600, that's a tough call, but I think 50% of the time I make that call.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we got Charlie here all in for 175. That's it's McConaughey's brother.
No, Charlie
No.
is
The Brass Pro.
which one is Charlie? Charlie's there in the blue shirt, who actually just sat down off camera.
Yes. Okay. Well, he's all in.
He's all in for less than a blind.
He's not looking.
And we're seeing the flop here of 7 deuce jack. I don't think that hits anybody.
Tara
Tara
with a deuce.
Tara does have a okay, you're right. She lets it go though for a bet
What?
of 200 from Yosh. With 8-10, he's got a gut shot to a 9. Charlie's already all in. Chris is going to call with a backdoor spade draw. We're going to see the next card fall here, and it's a 7, helping nobody.
Chris is still ahead here.
Chris, how is Chris ahead? Just with ace high, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. And a
he's gonna take
jack
it.
falls to make ace high the best.
You know what?
We're going to go check, and what is Chris going to do here? Chris is going to throw 400 at it, and we can finally go to the Yosh camera, and you can see him just behind all the equipment. You still really can't see the damn kid. But he's going to let it go. Nice fold, Yosh.
Chris is going to take it.
And Chris is going to take it down. We're going to lose Charlie at the final table here, but it was great having you.
You know what? Thinking back on it, that fold with the 2 actually was a good fold.
The fold with the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got counterfeited, right?
Yeah. That's a good fold.
I mean, folding a 2 is never really a bad idea.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Most of the time. I thought of something the other day, and I'm curious. I don't really mess around with poker solvers, but I love to know this. Put your mic closer to your mouth, by the way.
Okay, sorry.
There you go.
Yep.
So think about this. You know how a pair is always ahead of a hand that's not a pair?
Okay.
It's like 50-50, or it's like 55 to 45%.
Whoever has the higher.
Whoever has the pair is ahead by like 5%, right?
Yep.
Now, here's my question. If it's ace-king versus ducks, okay, what I just said would tell you that the ducks are ahead. But what if the board double pairs? It could double pair with any 4 cards, and then now the ace-high is good. So is there a world where ace-king is actually ahead of ducks, even though that it's a pair?
I mean, it feels like it always is.
Eric is going to give us a little explanation here.
So, all right, let's go through this. There's 2 parts. So, technically, deuces, as they go lower, you have a better chance. The ace-king are better as the pairs go down. So, ace-king versus queens is much better than ace-king. If you have ace-king, is much better than ace-queen-king. Sorry. The queens are better than the 4s against ace-king. The other thing that is that's if you just go all in.
Talking
if you're
about ace
playing,
king,
and you have a pair of 2s, and a flop comes queen 10-4. You ahead? You're not ahead? You never know. But if you're the ace king, you know if you caught a pair, and you know your pair is probably good. So the lower pairs are worse in the fact that you can't continue betting because you have no clue where you're at.
Yeah.
So that's the.
I like the explanation there. Where are we at with this hand? We are at mid with ace-queen.
Mitt, talking about ace-queen.
Yeah, there we go. Nick with king 10. We're going to see a flop of 7-deuce-7. Another 7-deuce flop. Rob actually ahead with a pair of deuces.
And a pair of 7s.
Let's see. Rob over here is going to – Rob's going to throw 1,200 at it. I like the aggression. Here's Mitt with ace-queen suited.
Good fold by Mitt.
Throws it away. Disciplined fold.
Nick, I guarantee he's calling this.
Nick, again, off camera, off to the left a little bit over here. Nick jams for less. Nick jams for less.
Dude, look at his nose, dude.
Nick is looking at 4 outs here, 4 live outs.
Oh, my God, he's cooked.
He needs
He's
a king or a 10. That's all he's got. That's all he's got. See, interesting call here. I don't hate the call. I don't hate the call.
I don't hate it either.
But the thing is, if Rob's aggressive here, he either has a 7 deuce or ace high, and you're behind all of them.
Yeah, he's either got a deuce, he's got now. I mean, this doesn't even help Rob. Yeah, no, it does.
Rob has 2 pair now. Yeah, it helps him because now the king and 10.
Well, yeah, if a king or a 10, yeah.
I think he's almost drawing dead at that point. The computer didn't quite register those cards that fell, so we're not seeing the action following. But here's a shot of Rob scooping up his chips.
This guy's a tryhard, guys. You don't want to mess with this guy. You want to talk about another tryhard at the table? Both of these two. But to your left and your right, tryhards. I'm not gonna lie.
They will beat you for your money and then convert it to crypto. Here we are, Mitt in first place with 21% of the chips.
And then throw it right on the stake.
Rob right behind him and Yosh right behind him. Everyone else getting down to the point where the computer's counting them with big blinds because the blinds are only going up. We're probably going to see 3-6 here soon.
Now, I want to get a prediction from you. Who do you think? Let's bring up that leaderboard one time. Who do you think is going to take it home here?
It's always hard to say in the tournaments because once the blinds get so high, so many chips get moved around each hand.
You're really flipping a coin.
So you're really just flipping a coin on anyone. I mean, you could even put money on Luke here, and you wouldn't be that crazy to do so. Although he's way behind.
600 is kind of crazy. You're looking 10x. The next, is Mitt. I would say honestly.
I'm liking George's odds here.
Yeah, I was gonna say George or Tara. Sometimes those middle seats. You play a little more conservative because you're like, well, I don't have that much money, But, you know, I feel like if you're one of the top stacks like Mitt, you're going to probably aggress a lot more and might lose more money because of that.
And funny enough, when you're a small stack in a tournament, you actually become more aggressive as well because it's really just, okay, you're basically all in or fold.
Yep. And I think that's why, sorry to cut you off, but I think that's why kind of the middle stacks have the most chance of winning because they have the most options.
They're most likely to stay in the game and play the good hands
Yeah.
and fold the bad ones as opposed to bluffing or just jamming because, oh, I only have 300 left behind, might as well just rip it. Not exactly sure what happened there. That hand got going pretty late. I think everyone folded and then he ran out the cards.
Yeah. The screen was a little messed up there.
By the way, Eric owns the barn.
Yeah.
He's the man with the plan.
You asked how the button was. You did not ask if the button was in the right position.
Be careful, you hang out here too long, you end up doing stuff like volunteer
Calling what?
volunteer dealing.
Did you hear that? You hear what Mike said? He said you stick around here long enough, you get stuck with volunteer dealing. Me and you definitely know a thing or two
know
about
all
that
about
one. Georgia
Very
with
true.
Bear fives. Okay. Well, I hate fives. You know that? I hate fives.
Yosh was saying earlier that fives aren't good to him, and he's played them twice. He won a good pot with them once. I don't look at fives as any different from any pocket pair under nines. It's all the same to me. I think you try to flop a set, and if you don't flop a set, you just
give it
evaluate
up.
where you are.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just fives are just so stinky.
Truthfully,
dude.
my sets have been getting me in a lot of trouble because people keep hitting straights on top of my sets, and that is just so disheartening because you get so excited when you hit a set.
You're welcome.
I don't know what you're saying you're welcome for.
I hit the wheel on.
That's right. With one card in your hand, you hit the wheel over my set. I think that's happened 3 times in the last month, and it hurts pretty bad.
Honestly, let's get a look at everyone's cards. Everyone's cards are kind of decent right now. If you look at,
Looks like
Mitt's at 50% though. Holy sh!
Georgia did hit that set of fives that we were talking about, but the
Yep.
board is monotone. Little does she know, almost nobody has a heart in their hands. Mitt has one, and Mitt is also open-ended for a straight, so Georgia might be in trouble here.
You know, Mitt, he's gonna bet into this shit hard.
It's on him to call 600 from Georgia's bet.
He calls.
Mitt's going to call. I think it's a good call. I think it's the right call. Yosha's going to let it go with practically nothing. Zoe is going to let it go with practically nothing, and so is Rob. So we're down heads up to
Lot
a
of
turn.
hearts. Holy sh!
Heads up to a turn. Plenty of aces in the deck.
2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10.
Why do aces give him outs?
There it is.
And there's the 4th heart giving Mitt the flush. Georgia hates that.
Look at
Georgia
her, dude, look at her
absolutely
face.
hates it.
She's
I
fucking-
hate that for her. You hit a set and then 4 hearts roll off. He's going to check it back.
Okay.
A
And
5th heart
and Mitt's
rolls
got it
off.
by 1.
Mitt does
Mitt,
have
by
it.
2. By 2.
Yeah. So now Georgia's entire set is counterfeited by 5 hearts on the board. It's going to go check, check. Funny
Obviously.
enough. Mitt didn't aggress there at all. Do you aggress there?
No.
5 hearts on the board. You have the 8.
I mean, it's just such a coin flip because, you know, it's like, what are you going to do?
I think you're only getting called by better, right? Because
Yeah.
it's 6, 7, 8 is already there.
But the not.
Anyone with a lower heart is now counterfeited and playing the board.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard spot to be in. I think most of the time there, it's just a check. If I'm going to be honest.
I think it is. Basically, what you're trying to do, if you do bet there, is you're trying to get someone who is playing the board to call you, and you're trying to get them to think that you're bluffing, right? And then they want to call you to chop. But calling to a chop is actually a pretty weird play where it's like your equity to call to a chop when you really do the numbers is so low that you almost, if you think you're chopping, you basically just want to fold.
Essentially, yeah.
Because your pot odds or whatever, you know, the term would be, are so low because now you're only playing for half the chip. So instead of getting like, oh, I'm getting 4-1 to call, now you're getting 2-1 to call because you're only going for the chop. Here's Chris with ace queen offsuit. Under the gun. Let's see if he puts in the raise here. It's a plenty good hand to raise with. He's just going to put in the call.
And 2 more queens after that. All right.
Hit with 8-7 again.
Again.
Is that the same suits as last time?
No difference. The heart.
The heart's the same.
Yes. The 7, I'm not
Spade,
too
I don't
sure.
remember. It might be.
That's funny. Are you often the person, if you get the same cards again, you're playing them, or do you think that's a sign to fold?
I don't know. If it's 8-7 offsuit, I don't know if I played it in the first place. I like to stay patient. I think it's a big thing in poker where once you get impatient, you play some dog shit, and then you lose a
start
lot
losing.
of chips.
Yep, you start losing.
There's our flop. We got 2 spades on the flop. Doesn't really excite anybody here. I think Chris is still in the lead with his.
Yep.
No, Yosh paired his jack. There we go. He's 50% likely to win the pot. It's gonna go check, check. It's on to Chris. Chris is gonna throw 200 at it.
Ew.
Tara gets out. Mitt paired his 8, and he's gonna call.
And Josh is reeling some people
On Yosh, and it looks like Yosh called. I see 2 chips out there.
Sorry about the crunches, chat. I got a lollipop and I'm chewing it.
Just flip your mic up.
No. Chat needs to know what I'm doing.
I would assume that you just pick the one number that.
Georgia repping the Steelers. They won today.
I saw the Dolphins won in overtime, too.
Ooh.
That was cool.
Oh,
Over the Jets.
hits the ace. Yeah, the Jets.
Lots of Jets fans in this building.
Are there?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Lots of outspoken Jets fans who like to talk about the Dolphins very poorly. Chris pairs his his ace on the turn, and his hand is bet. He's going to throw 200 at it. I think he was the aggressor on the flop as well, wasn't he?
Look at the prefix based on where they're from.
Net fold.
Mitt's going to let it go, and I think Yosh lets it go here.
You have to. You got 2 overs on the board. I mean,
He might look him up. He does look him up. I don't think this river is going to help him.
Jack.
A jack or a 7 here to give him 2 pair of trips, and that's all that helps him.
He's
A
gonna
10 would scare him off.
Smack a jack.
A deuce. All right, a deuce puts him in the exact same spot. Now Chris is going to bet with top pair. He's not checking here. He's going to throw 400 at it. Now, Yosh, you put 200 in on the turn. A deuce rolls off. You're in the exact same spot. Do you make the call again? I think he makes the call again.
He's got plenty of money. He might as well. I mean, he checked the flop, no? And then on the turn, he bet. Because with the 8, no, 200, and now 400. So, I mean, John, what do you do here? I mean.
Yeah, we can see the action on the
Yeah, you actually can right
on
there.
the board. It's
200.
Pre-flop, flop, turn, all 200 bets, and Yosh has called him every time, and he's not going to back down now. That an ace rolls off. He's going to make the call and get shown. He's going to raise to 1,200. I love the raise here. I love the raise here. Does he get him to fold? Nah, he calls. Chris calls, and he's going to make a bunch of money off that one.
And that's actually really bad by Josh. That actually kind of. Did he?
All right, yeah, okay, showdown.
Oh, showdown. Yep, they're going to showdown. Okay.
They're going to showdown, yeah.
Business toll free.
Wow.
It's unfortunate.
That kind of flips their stacks.
I think with all the betting pre-flop that you just don't call this down.
You can't.
My business toll free. Calendra.
I mean, you got 2 overs on the board. Like,
No, it's 8.
it's just so tempting, but I feel like you got to let it go. You have to.
So we just finished one table and we just combined them for
All right, chat. For your respect and mine, I'm going to flip my mic up like Austin said this time and bite the shit out of my lollipop.
Theo's onto his second lollipop back here in the booth.
It's bulking season. It's winter, okay? Frick you, Austin.
I don't know if a lollipop is going to bulk. I don't think that's how it works.
You're like 120 pounds. You're soaking wet. Shut up.
I think you want fat, not sugar, but okay. What are you going to do, arrest me?
You know what? Keep that same energy when I pull you over, bud.
Theo's looking to become a cop in the future, and I'm just dying for the day that he walks up to my car after he pulls me over for speeding, and we can just both crack up laughing.
We're going to run a hand of poker, and whoever wins gets the ticket. And then yeah. If he wins, he goes. If I win, you get the ticket.
If Theo walks up to my window, I'm going to hand him my beer, and we're going to have a good time.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. All right, chat. Do not drink and drive. Okay? Let me just clear this up. Do not drink and drive. That is a horrible idea. If anyone offers you a roadie, say no. Anyway, K9 unit, talking about the police force, that's one of my favorite hands, honestly. I'm not even going to lie. Do you like K9?
I like it late game.
Woo!
I like it late game because there's less people to hit kings over your king 9.
Oh, apparently Rob just did.
Let's get a shot of Rob, see how he's holding it together.
Oh, he's looking around.
He's looking around, seeing who's gonna give him some action here. Chris with some ducks is gonna make the call for 1,000.
Funny enough, Chris right here, would you say he's ahead? Because you got two more more kings already taken.
He's definitely not ahead.
Well, he's not ahead.
He has to hit. He has to hit a.
He
has to hit a set.
You gotta hit a
It's
deuce.
not likely.
You know what? With ducks here, I think you have some fun. And
Chris already made the call. We're waiting for Yosh to make his decision. He's gonna let it go. Now it's on
Rob is clearly, obviously.
Luke. Luke is all in here from the big blind or the +1. Why does it say check? I don't know. Anyway, let's look at a flop.
Well, Luke's cooked anyway, so.
Yeah, that's not looking good for Luke.
He's got to
two
go
nines to roll off.
Yeah. Or, no, even a king and king and 2 9s with that. No.
King and 2 9s would give kings the better hand still.
Yeah. No, he's cooked. Well.
He's flopped a gut shot here.
So, Austin, what did you say about that too?
Why does it say Rob has won? Oh, he flopped the set. And Luke has a gut shot. Rob's in the worst spot here.
And Chris shoves. This is what I said. I like, and chat, didn't I say I liked my 2s over the kings? Because
there's only one king left now.
There's only one king left. And you know damn well, unless an 8, a 10.
A 10 gives Luke the pot.
A 10, Luke will win. But even then,
Rob could go runner for straight.
Or if Rob does call here, a 10 comes, Chris will scoop up the rest of Rob's money.
Rob calls here every day of the week. Let's get
You have
Rob
to.
Cam on here. He
There he
pushes
goes.
in. There it is. He shows
Wow.
the hand.
Yikes. Now, chat, I did say the deuce was going to hit, and I was right.
There's the ducks.
That's
Rob's not happy to see it.
That's one of my favorite hands. That's why they call me, Austin, what do they call me?
Oh, lucky duck. Oh, big cheese. That's right. I'm tired. I'm on my second game here.
No excuse.
Just throwing up a shaka, brah. A 9
Comes
and
out
an ace
9
roll
ace.
off. No
Chris
help to
takes it.
anybody. Chris is set. Takes it down.
Now, that's just what you call the ducks. I mean, it's just the best hand in poker, in my opinion.
I exclusively use Dawn dish soap for the sole reason that they have the little ducky on the bottle.
It's so cute.
It's just, man, I don't care what soap I use for my dishes. And when I'm looking at them on the shelf at Publix, there's one with a duck on it, and I buy that one. Great marketing.
So I got Luke here next to me. Luke, guess what I said was going to come on the flop? What? I said the 2 was going to come. Yeah, it did. I'm sorry this happened to you, but you should have took my advice when you had Jack 8 and you should have shoved. I mean, it happens, but I mean, realistically, you were so behind anyway between the kings and the 2s. You were cooked no matter what. You had to go 9-9 to win it all, or you could have had a 10. Came Jack Queen 10 would have got you there, but just some unlucky stuff.
At the chip count here, I don't remember Mitt winning that big of a pot. Am I forgetting something? Because he is in the lead here with almost
Mitt win a big
30%
pot?
of the chips.
I think our chip count might be messed up a little bit.
That's usually right.
Well, because Luke is still in the game and he's standing next to us, so.
Yeah. Let me tell our poker IT genius about this one.
Can you smell?
Thank you.
Hopefully that'll make you feel better, Luke. Yeah, that's all right. I got out too, you know. At least you got to the last table. I mean, I will say. You did better than me. You did better than me.
Looking at one of my favorite stats here, we're looking at aggression frequency here. Chris and Rob are on the top, and then Tara
Holy.
has aggressed 0% of the
Who's
time.
Can we get a who's Tara?
Tara's over here in the red.
She's
I think she's new to the game, but she's doing pretty well. She made it from the first table to the second table.
You know, she's got a lot of adrenaline running through her. She's on a scooter, so maybe that's you know, maybe that's counteracting the aggressiveness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tara wakes up suited. Earlier, I had a really funny thing where I said a suited king is the new suited ace, and right as I say that, someone picks up a suited king for hearts, and then someone picks up a suited ace of hearts, and the flop comes 3 hearts. I mean, you couldn't have drawn it up any funnier. We're here with 2 clubs on the board for Tara and her suited king. She's in the lead with king high here,
Yeah,
or a pair of 3s, actually. Sorry.
Just a really boring hand, to be honest. If we want to be frank, Austin, it's a boring hand.
I could go for a Frank right now. I'm pretty hungry.
You know what?
You know Frankenstein's closed. You know that little restaurant down?
I do. Disappointed. I used
Yeah,
to go
so
there
Frankenstein's closed, and now it's Piranha Pat's, an offshoot of Flanagan's.
No,
yeah.
Flanagan's owns that now.
Well, Flanagan's is like a family, and I think the son
I used
of
to work there.
the son or some younger guy, or
Okay.
maybe he's an adult at this point, in the family has a place called Piranha Pat's. Obviously, his name is probably Patrick Flanagan.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, Frankenstein's is now Piranha Pat's, and it's open now, and I haven't been, but it seems cool.
Really?
I gotta go check it out because it's super close to where I live. So
Yeah. I used to go there as a kid, you know, played ball down the street at Jensen Beach Elementary. I used to go there after some games, you know, grab a quick Frank, you know, and
Frankenstein's was fun. I mean,
it was cool.
I wouldn't eat it today, but as a kid, getting a chili dog was really fun. But today, I just feel like it's a stomach ache waiting to happen.
It's a nice family restaurant. It reminds me of Freddy Fazbear's.
Yeah, I don't think that's a restaurant.
Right, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So does Chad. Okay.
Chad is Theo Cook. Charlie wakes up with ace 10 here.
Okay. we're
Moving
clearly
on.
moving on.
And Yosh, where's Charlie? That's Charlie. I thought Charlie was out of the game. Okay. Charlie's got 600 chips behind. Not too much. No one's waking up with anything worth playing here.
Ace 10 is worth playing, Austin?
I'm sorry. Well, yeah, Charlie is. But Rob is going to play 4-3 offsuit. Tara's going to play 3-2 offsuit, and Mitt's going to check.
You know, Austin,
What's happening?
I was told once Ace 10 is a bad hand.
I'm okay with ace 10 for 400.
Yeah. There you
it
go.
is.
Ooh.
Well, he flops the world there with ace 10.
Well, I mean, a queen comes and it's a chop.
True. He doesn't know that, though. I think he still flops the world there, you know?
I wouldn't say the.
Yeah, but you
wouldn't even be
you
a
have
little.
top pair.
You wouldn't even be a little scared with a 10 or a queen. You have the 4 of them are available for 1 and 2. I mean, you're playing
But
against.
he doesn't know that Mitt has a 10.
But you're playing against Mitt.
It is what it is. I have top pair. I'm stoked.
Yeah,
It's going to
Mitt
fold
folds,
here
yeah.
to Charlie's bet.
I don't know. I might try to reel someone in there a little more. It's because I know I got the 10. At the worst thing that happens is we chop. You know? Maybe I try to reel in a little bit more there, but still a good play.
That was actually the worst thing that could happen was a chop. Mitt was practically drawing dead unless... Yeah, he was literally like drawing
Yep.
dead unless like 2 4s roll
Yep.
off, I think. Moving on to the next hand here. What are we looking at? We got Yosh under the gun. Let's wait for him to get his cards here. Yosh is the notorious tank limper. He likes to tank on everything, and then whether he limps, folds, or just gets up to go to the bathroom, he will tank.
Yeah, this guy's so annoying to play, chat. Let me tell you. So many heads up against this guy. Georgia gets some queens here. So many heads up against this guy, and it's just he sits there for 10 minutes, and every time I'm just like, clock. Dude, this guy, I just can't every single time. It's so annoying.
Chris is going to call Georgia's 1,200 raise with king 10. Charlie's got a pair of 8s. Let's see what he does here. Charlie doesn't play here too much, but I'll tell you what, if you play here enough, you will be convinced that any pocket pair, you're just throwing all your chips out.
Yep, you have to.
Just throw them all the way across the table and just see what happens. Maybe they come back to you.
I would say a set over set possibility here. Oh,
Oh, well, there's one set.
there's one set.
Chris likes this flop. Georgia loves this flop. Charlie hates this flop. Charlie checks. It's on Georgia here. Let's see what she's going to do. Georgia's barely paying attention. That's a book
1200.
and a phone and just
600. I was
care
close.
less. She's going to jam for 600 left. That's it.
Charlie, you call here, or Chris, you call here.
Chris for 600 with 8,000 sitting in my stack. I call. You call. You don't fold. It's 600 to possibly get her out. You have a gut shot.
Yep.
It's worth it.
Yep.
He's debating though. This is a
No,
snap
no,
call.
no,
to
no,
me.
no. It's already up. Go to the go to the. Yep. Georgia wins. Yep.
And Georgia goes board pair for a boat. Boat, one of the most fun things to say in poker. And we're going to take a look at the stack size here. Yeah, Chris is in the lead. I think, yeah, you call all day there with this many chips. It's
You
just
heard.
it's just
You
worth
heard
it.
Tara there. Her name is Tara. Tara. She doesn't like to be called Tara. It's Tara.
Okay.
Austin, why are you hating, man? I'm trying to make this entertaining, man.
I was hating, bro. I'm over here listening.
Okay, you brought me over here to have some fun, and I'm having some fun, dude. Okay. Okay, you brought the frat brother over here to have some goddamn fun. Okay.
It's funny because I was actually in a fraternity.
And
I don't think Theo went to college.
And I never was.
Man, I did it for 2 years, and then I realized how much more I liked smoking weed in college and drinking, and I basically quit.
But isn't that what a frat is, Austin?
It's a lot of drinking. Oh my God,
yeah.
it was a lot of drinking. Holy shit.
Did you get hazed?
No,
Georgia with eights.
At
Woo.
UCF, you got as hazed as you would let happen. At the moment you were like done with it,
They were
you
like,
know,
all right, you're
you'd
out.
be kind of deemed a loser, but they wouldn't like force it down your throat. You know.
Yeah, they would never say you're a loser either. You just get
The 3
kicked out.
times I blacked out in my life, like hard blacked out, was all in the fraternity events. Though I'll tell you what,
You know what? I've never blacked out in my entire life, Austin.
it's not worth it. It's not fun.
But I'm just confused on how it happens. Like, how do you consume that much alcohol that you
Doing
just,
it on your own accord to me is almost impossible. I mean, some people do it to themselves, but what? Yeah, that button. You good?
We can't see Josh's hand. Thank you.
Anyway, Georgia with a pair of 8s here. Nobody really flops anything except for Charlie's got a pair of 9s, and he's going to play this. So here's the thing. I blacked out 3 times. When I started the pledging process, when I got my big brother, and when I ended the pledging process. And all of those you're basically supposed to black out.
Yeah.
The way it happens, man, is like people just feed you drinks and you just party, and that's what happens. He folds to a $600 bet. And Chris is going to call with a pair of deuces. Yosha's a pair of deuces.
Oh my goodness.
Why does he have 89% equity over? Oh, he just has a higher card. Yeah, sorry. And 2s and a jack are going to be good here.
And Chris is gonna.
Let's see if
take
Yosh
it.
can bet him off it. He's just going to check.
No
and Chris
way.
is going to check it back.
Yeah.
He's going to throw 600 at it. I like the aggression. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Come on, Chris. You did it to you once.
Super bottom pair.
You read it.
Let's see if Yosha's going to make the correct fold here. Last time he made this call, he did not do well. He's going to let it go. He's learned his lesson. And yeah, I remember going to the bar one time, and it was when I got my big brother. I knew I wasn't going to last for more than like 5 minutes. Next door to the bar was a Subway. He got me food, so I ate, and I had a full stomach, and I went over there, and it was like shot, whatever. And then he got me what was called a 4 Horsemen shot, which is 4 different kinds of liquor. It was like Johnny Walker, Jameson, Captain Morgan, and one other that, you know, has like the name of a guy. And that shot was like a double shot, and it was pitch black.
Oh.
And I remember knocking that back, and then I woke up in my room the next day. That's it. That's it. I just woke up.
At least you woke up.
It's just, it is unbelievably wild to just wake up and be like, and actually not be like, oh, it's a little hazy last night. Just be like, no, I don't remember a thing. Because that's real. That can really happen. It's wild. It's not fun, though. Like, no part of that is like, oh, it was so sick. Like, I just
Well, yeah, because your brain goes into survival mode.
Yeah, it's
it just shuts off. It's like, nope, I'm done.
It's fun to tell the story, I guess, but it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean?
No, it's never worth it. Kids, be safe out there.
I would have rather had a boring night that night than blacked
Yeah,
out, but
it's,
you know,
it's never worth it.
that was the
guys.
frat life. It was fun for the
Georgia
time
with
being.
some heaters back to she gets queens, eights, and now king, queen suited. I mean, she's gonna tear this game
If
up.
I'm
I
Georgia,
think.
and where's she at in the stack count? She's like middling. With this hand, I'm raising big, and she does. She goes to 16 on a $600
Yep.
blind. She's gonna make it 1,000 more than a big blind.
She's
It's on to Yosh from the small blind to call.
You know what Yoshi's gonna call? His little stank booty behind is gonna call. I know. Look at him. Look at him.
He's gonna let it go. He's gonna live to see another day. Zoe has some dogs. She's gonna fold.
Woo.
Oh, she only has 500 left from the big blind. She calls here, actually.
Nope.
No, she lets it go and leaves herself 500 chips behind. What a mistake.
Mommy's gonna steal your money.
You call there. That's just a call. It's unfortunate, but it is a call. I think Georgia might be explaining to her why that's a call.
Kind of embarrassing. Imagine losing to mommy. All right, so
Chat.
chat. I mean, we're kind of split. If we can we go back to that? Actually,
What are we looking at stack size?
yeah. I mean, we're kind of split here between like the big dogs and the little dogs, and then Tara is just sitting in the middle.
Oh my God, Tara just catching strays like she's a freaking
Let's
target.
let me see Georgia's hand again. I'm really interested to see what Georgia
It'll
has.
come up here in a second. Let's see.
Because I mean, is she gonna
Georgia's
go back
gonna
to
bank like
back to
ace
back
jack
to
here.
back?
She's gonna hit like ace jack here.
Is she gonna go back to back to back to back? Ace six suited.
She's gonna hit a suited ace. Good enough.
I mean, that's a decent hand. I mean,
We're calling a lot with this hand. This
Yeah.
late in the game for 600, and she's under the gun. You're gonna make that call, and you're probably calling a raise. Chris is gonna call with some dog shit. Tara's gonna fold a better hand than Chris's.
Mitt folds, Charlie folds,
There's
Yosh
Yosh with
with eights. Here we go. You know,
Yosh is going to. Is he gonna try to hit a set, or is he just gonna jam?
so my prediction.
He jams.
Yep.
So he's gonna get out of there with 7 deuce. Rob has 4s.
This is gonna be an interesting board. I'm predicting.
I think Rob is chopping out a call, or maybe even a rejam.
me personally. Ooh, there's the
Rob
rejam.
rejams. Now it's on Georgia, and she needs to fold.
No. She's making this call. She's been
needs to
running
fold.
so hot.
It's half your
She
stack.
need-
It's
no.
half your stack to maybe hit a flush.
She needs to call.
There's plenty of jams before you. People probably have a better ace than your ace 6. You're literally trying to hit a flush there, and that's
Remember this ace six suited. It's coming. It's coming so hard. Oh my God, you don't even know.
it. Oh my God, it's gonna come.
It's gonna come.
All right, 4s versus 8s.
It's gonna come.
I
like,
like the fold
Here
from
we
Georgia
go.
there. I like the fold.
here we go, Georgia. Bing, 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 bing.
You can see like our faces.
It's just I don't understand. Me personally, ace six suited. You gotta do that. I mean, I'm a gambling man. You know, I love gumble, 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 and it's just it's gonna come. It's gonna come. I'm gonna say ace 2, queen. Ace deuce queen.
Put the all-ins under the purple flop thing for me. Do you have all the cards?
I think he's talking about.
Yeah, I have them, but just to see them on the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Calling cards under the purple.
Bingo.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, sorry, I had to communicate with our genius IT poker man, Mike there. Lots of cards that look like they're hitting sets, but they're not. Okay.
It's my one time.
One off a flush. If Georgia, I'm telling you, she should have.
5 rolls off. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ace. She would have paired the ace. It would have been a good call.
I'm telling you,
But I think in that spot though, your ace 6 is probably no good.
No.
Your ace 6 is probably no good.
No, dude. Chat, don't listen to this guy to the left. Oh my God.
She would have hit 2 pair, wouldn't she? There
Yeah.
was a 6 out there too.
Yeah. It's just like, come on, dude, it came, and it came hard. Okay. Chad, I was so right. It's just unbelievable. I mean, like, listen. Again, this is a free poker game.
That's what I'm saying. I have
you also have to realize what at hand here. Sometimes you play some shit you shouldn't play, and you have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and Georgia's a great player. I've played against her, won some pretty good money against Georgia too. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, she is a good player, and you know that's what you're supposed to do there. You're supposed to fold. You are. But I think you have some fun, and you rip that shit. And Zoe,
Here we go.
What,
I
what
haven't
a,
seen Zoe really pick up a
what-
hand at
what-
all, but
what
there she
a
is,
good
hanging
hand.
on.
What a good hand.
Hanging on. She's going to rightfully jam with
and,
kings.
And Pops is gonna call her. Is he?
So I mean, I have to.
900 to call out of the small blind.
Yep.
He's going to jam
Pops
for
calls.
1,000 more.
So does Mom.
George is going to make the call out of the big blind.
Zoe's gonna cash out here, I think.
Charlie's in this hand as well. He's all in for 600.
She's gonna hit a set here.
We're going to have to give our dealer a minute to sort out some side pots. A lot of people are all in for less. I think Rob's all in for just 1,000.
Who's your money on? I'm saying Zoe's hitting a set. What's your prediction?
Let's
Rob
see
with the
here.
straight?
I think the ace might hit here. So many cards are in their hands.
I think no.
Nobody's holding an ace.
The straight can't hit. There's no way. Because a
Rob's
nine,
straight is not
a
hitting.
nine's taken, a king's taken, and an ace is taken.
Charlie's straight isn't going to hit. There's a 7 out there.
It's
I
either
think the ace pairs.
it's either the ace, Charlie's flush, or you know a set or two, or just the kings.
Yes, it will. Happy thoughts.
George is saying happy thoughts. My money's still on a king coming. Actually, if a straight did come for Rob, wouldn't George and Rob chop?
Just laughing at them trying to set up this. Still did a
Christ.
pretty bad job, but
So,
whatever. Here's a
straight,
jack for the
straight,
straight. Here's another jack for the straight. And there's a 7.
For Georgia, but that does nothing. Zoe's still ahead.
Another 7
7
or an ace.
Deuce.
Oh no. I don't think it's going to fall. I think the kings are going to hold.
Big brick. Yep.
Big brick.
Kings hold.
Kings do hold here.
Yeah, I mean, chat. That's an easy prediction, but you just like you really never know in the game of poker. And I think who takes the side pot here? Zoe was all in, but someone takes a side pot. No.
I had to call her.
Oh man. Let's see. I think actually Zoe scoops.
Everything?
I think Zoe scoops everything, doesn't she? She jammed for. I don't even know.
What about I don't. You know what? You're right. I don't
Let's
know.
go ahead and look at the stack size. Maybe we can get some info on this.
Yeah, Georgia's still in.
Georgia is still in.
She
probably
had money
the
behind.
Most. She had money behind. It looks like Rob is out of there, and it looks like Charlie is out of there as well. So
Yeah.
I think she does scoop the pot,
Well,
although Georgia had money behind.
see, Georgia, you play your so my question here, Austin. Why would Georgia play that ace unsuited hand with a lower kicker, but shove with the ace 7 unsuited but a higher kicker? Why is she?
Because she was out of the big blind that hand. She was already priced in.
I mean, but why not just fold? You're gonna fold for a min click.
I'd rather
And then think about it. Any day.
Why fold for a min click?
be out and be like, go
Well,
for it.
why not risk the same amount for the ace 6 suited?
I think the ace 6 suited was a bigger call that she had to make. She was under the gun.
No, I think it was about the same amount.
I don't remember. I can't really comment. I don't remember the number. Anyway, let's take a look at VPIP here. This is always fun to look at. This is voluntary put in pot. How many times? What is the percentage of the time that you actually
Chris.
put chips in that you don't need to? You decide to do this. This is not counting the blinds when you are forced to. Chris is at 73%. Whenever he has a chance to throw chips at the table, he's doing it. Zoe is almost never doing it. Everyone else right about even, except for Yosh is pretty high up there too, almost on par with Chris.
You know what? And an interesting stat is, women actually tend to play more passive. If you didn't know that.
Yeah, interesting. I could see it.
Yep. Women actually play more passive, which makes sense. They're more, they develop sooner than men, so it actually kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude,
Austin's face
for
bombing.
sure.
Or sorry,
Totally.
face miking.
Yeah, they're gatherers, so they're just trying to gather chips while men are hunting chips, right?
Yeah, you're starting to get it now. Wait, you're starting to lock in. Wait, we might have to. Yeah, I like this. You're starting to get it.
I heard a girl once say that women have a shoplifting phase because they're just tapping into their natural gathering from evolution. That was so funny.
You know, that's actually why women are less colorblind than men, because during the hunting and gathering stages of
They could
our
identify
development,
the berries.
Yep, they can develop the proper berries. And that's speaking from someone who is colorblind. It's a fucking. Oh, can I say the F word on this?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Sorry, children behind me.
Yeah, Theo doesn't eat any berries. I don't know if you guys knew that.
No,
because
no,
he
I
doesn't
like-
know which ones are poisonous or
All
not.
right. You know what?
Works on Android.
That's why we have grocery stores now, Austin. Okay.
Wouldn't that be fun if natural selection was still like available
Oh
in the
my
grocery
God.
store?
You know what? We should bring that back.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We
I
should.
think I don't really think we need to. I think the Bright Line's doing that for us.
Okay. I love that Instagram page though. The one that every time someone gets hit. Oh Lord.
Oh, I don't know about that one. That
Oh
sounds
dude, that
gnarly.
one's funny.
That sounds gnarly, dude.
Every
Jeez.
time someone gets hit, it's just like, oh, another one.
Oh, no. I saw this funny picture where they put those reflectors on US 1 with like the arrows to let you know which way the road's going, which is absolutely just. I have so many colorful words to use that I'm not going to use on Eric's
Colorful?
stream.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you know, very choice language to describe those reflectors that are completely unnecessary. I think if you're driving on the wrong side of the road, you're just going to get naturally selected anyway. Anyway, there was this funny thing because everyone's pissed about the reflectors because you have to run them over with your car. So you're always running over reflectors, even though you're driving in your lane. And someone made a meme about the bright line hitting one of the reflectors and
Lord.
crashing.
You know, my car is actually so low enough. Whenever there's reflectors like that or cones, I stick my hand out the window, and it's actually the perfect height where I just fucking knock everything over. It's so fun.
Yeah, what if your car is so low that now you have to go over reflectors? Could people catch those for real with their bumper?
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah. Actually, a big thing you got to be worried about. Oh, Tara with good hand. Oh, Tara. Sorry.
I think it's actually Tara.
I lost mine 3 times, and then I got a permanent.
This poor girl. She's going to be like, hey, guys, check it out. I was on a poker stream. And all,
I,
all Theo's been doing is making fun of her name.
I hate women. Okay.
So you already had braces?
Love your bow.
Did it work?
Austin's still recovering.
I'm back. I'm back. Theo just spitting the truth over here.
You know what? There's a reason why they haven't been president yet.
That's crazy. Yeah, because Donald Trump has put the kibosh on that 2 times in a row. What a
Don't do it. We're going to get demonetized. Chill.
We're making money off this?
Dude, this wouldn't be a bad job.
Commentating? Yeah, you know, here's the thing about commentating. I think we're actually really good at it because, like, you know, if this was a pro poker thing with, like, Daniel Negreanu and all them, there's so much to talk about that I actually work in sports broadcasting. I'm an audio engineer for sports broadcasts, and I listen to a lot of sports broadcasts, mainly low-down stuff. I'm not mixing, you know, the Super Bowl. I'm usually mixing, like, women's college basketball, and I think the people
Nobody wants
commentating
to
on
watch that
that
shit.
are the real professionals because there's nothing to say, and they go, like, 10% of free throws they make. And it's like, what do you say when they miss the 40th free throw of the game? What do you say? There's just nothing to say. And they have to say something.
Tara takes with a pair of kings with nothing else on the board. Wonderful poker going on here. But, yeah, no, honestly, the commentating game is really fun. You know, I like doing this. If I could actually get, you know, if a job could be made out of this, you know, that'd be really fun. But I think you do have to be, like you said, very analytically inclined and know all the very specific stats. Or else, you know, there's nothing kind of interesting towards you.
There's actually a lot of research that goes into it because
Oh, yeah.
you don't, you know, if you're just starting out, you don't specialize. You end up just doing a lot of different sports, and you have to come prepared because I'm always impressed when I do my job that, you know, we'll be working like women's college soccer, and these color announcers will come with a lot of information about these girls, and it's like, you know they don't just know that by heart. They research it, they have it in front of them, they have it on paper, and, you know, there's a lot of prep that goes into it. And I also usually impressed with the sideline reporters. That's another thing where now you're doing interviews with people, and you have to.
Think on your feet and be
It's-
be very reactive to what the players say. And sometimes it can be very nerve-wracking. You're sitting here with some of these superstars, and it's very scary talking to these players about the game that they pour their heart, blood, sweat, and tears into. It's very, these people who get paid millions of dollars. It's very pressuring.
It is definitely a fun thing to see people pull off. I've worked with people all the way from Julia, who is the sideline announcer for the Houston Astros, and then I've worked with kids at FAU who are literally
Holy, talk
sophomores
about
in
outs.
college. Whoa, what is going on here?
Oh my God, talk
What?
about outs.
So Mitt paired his jack,
Yep.
and Tara can hit any. What's happening here?
I assume
Any card at all?
I guess
And
she
it's a
hit
chop.
it.
Oh, it's a chop.
It's a chop.
Why is it a chop?
3,
they both have a
4,
jack.
Yeah.
Right, okay, because the 5 is now counterfeited by the rest of the cards. Sorry, guys.
We got a little sidetracked.
Yeah, that was hard to figure out.
It's all right. Chop, chop.
The Rail's asking me how many people are still in the game. Let's take a look here. We're looking at 6 people still in the game. Mitt in the lead after that hand chops half the money to him.
Wow, and George is at the bottom of the leaderboard. Did not expect that. She's a really good player, but she lost that again. That ace-6 suited hand. If she would have played, she would have hit 2 pair and been really ahead here again. That's a Theo call. I would have called that for sure.
I love that fold still. I love it even more. The more Theo likes.
You know what? You know what, Austin? You snap call that. You snap call it. We do not care.
So just to go around the table again, we have. Let's see. Is that Chris in the colorful hat here? And we got Tara in the red dress. That's Mitt right behind Mike's gorgeous head. Yosh in the green. Zoe in the red. Zoe on the graphics there. And here's the close-up of Georgia. Georgia's about to show her cards to us here on the graphics in a second. Let's see her reaction to it. 10-4. She's got the walkie-talkie hand. She's gonna throw that away.
What's a walkie-talkie hand?
10-4.
The Brunson?
No, 10-4.
Yeah, the Brunson.
No, the Brunson's 10 deuce.
I'm trolling.
Why do you have leather gloves?
You hear that bike in the background? Yeah, that's going to be me in here in about the next 10 minutes.
Okay, sure thing.
Ooh, you don't drive with driving gloves? What's wrong with you?
No, I don't drive with driving gloves. I barely even put clothes on to drive.
All right, chat. You heard it here first. Austin is going to be arrested for public nudity here in the future when Theo becomes an officer.
Yeah, right. Theo's going to pull me over. I'm going to hand him my beer, and we're going to have a great time.
Dude, listen. Austin, I swear to God. Do not play this game with me. You're going to
Wouldn't that be crazy if your friend put you in that spot?
I have to arrest him. Like, I have to. What am I supposed to do? Right? What am I supposed to do? I have to arrest him.
Oh, my gosh.
That's not...
That'd be
okay.
so funny, dude.
Okay, yeah, it's haha funny. Like, I let you know I'm off the clock. Like, okay, I'll pull you over in 10 minutes. But if I'm on the clock and you do that shit, what option do I have? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I can do. You're
I bet you your demeanor towards that changes after you've been a cop for 5 years.
absolutely not.
Yeah, it was.
He has to say that. He's still looking to get hired.
They'll never find me on this podcast.
That one's actually like the best one in the last
Mitt wakes up with a pair of 4s here.
Actually, Austin, do you think they're going to be able to do that? Do you think they're going to be able to find my voice on this podcast?
I just don't think they care.
Yeah, they don't. There's no way they do. MCSO is pretty... they're pretty uptight, but...
MCSO.
Martin County Sheriff's Office.
Sheriff's Office, okay. Mitt's going to make it $3,000 to go here, and he's not going to get any action. He's just going to take down the blinds with a pair of 4s. Can't hate it. The blinds are $1,500 when you combine them.
Sorry, chat. Another lollipoop going down.
Does winner get anything for game 2? That's what I said, winner.
Austin's pretending like he's rapping because he's on the mic. You know, Zoe... Sorry, not Zoe. What's her name? Austin, stop sucking off the mic. What's her name?
Her name's Tara in the red dress. Tara.
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 Terraria. Same shit.
video game.
You know what? She looks like an old coworker of mine named Sharon.
So good.
Yeah.
I've only done that.
Cool. Go on.
What? I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Who's Sharon? Chris has got one of our favorite hands here at Hava Kava, Jack King off, also known as King Jack off.
Yeah, we're gonna start getting into the shoving games here. You know, it's just gonna be all-ins to see who wins the rest of this game. But ooh.
Flip's coming up. Yosh with ace 4 offsuit. I like ace 4 more than I like ace 7, ace 6. He's gonna make the call. Makes the call for 1,000. Zoe's gonna get out of there with Jack 7. Zoe has just been relative. I mean, she hit kings, but I swear she's just card dead. I forget that she's even in the game so often. What's she thinking about here? No, she's gonna let it go. Even though she's in the small blind, you just let it go. Not worth playing. Georgia with ace 5 beating Yosh by a notch. Coming to a flop here. Gonna pot it and flop it here.
2 pair to Georgia. Ace 5.
Like we're on the beach in Florida. We're gonna flip and flop it here. There it is. No help to anybody. No help to anybody, but
Chris went off straight.
Chris is 50% likely to win the spot just with a straight draw, even though Georgia and Yosh are beating him right now. They're technically behind, equity-wise. Even though both of them have a backdoor straight draw, Yosh is going to let it go. Ace 4 isn't good enough. George is going to let it go. Ace 5 isn't good enough. What was the bet there? I didn't see it.
15. 25, sorry.
He bet 2,500.
Yep.
I like the bet.
Half pot.
God, that's a scary bet to make.
Yeah.
People have a queen and a 10 in their hand all day there.
Yep.
Was it a limp spot?
No.
You probably would have got there. I don't know. I had a blocker. Did you?
How about we look at the aggression frequency? Love to look at this. Chris very aggressive. Zoe not aggressive at all. I don't blame her. I feel like she's just card dead right now, but she's hanging on for dear life, and that's all it takes. When these blinds get really high, you can hit kings, aces, queens, get a quick double, maybe a triple up, and be on the top of the leaderboard very quickly.
Yeah.
Let's look at our went to showdown percentage. Tara's there 75% of the time she plays a hand. Yosh is barely ever there. Yosh is really pushing people off pots, I guess.
Everybody's scared of him, man. I'm telling you.
He's scary.
I mean, it's really not, but.
You guys play cash games?
There we go. Yosh has got a hand. He's going to see if he can get some people to fold with this. I don't think he's really trying to hit anything crazy here.
All in.
He's actually going to jam. He's only got a big blind and a half.
Solid jam.
And this is good enough to do it. Chris is going to make the ICM call.
Now,
Great
chat,
call from Chris.
Now, chat, if you paid attention earlier, I said to McConaughey's little brother, what's his name?
Luke.
I said to Luke, Jack 8. When you're short stacked, you get Jack 8, you shove. And let's see what goes down here. Ace. 5.
Oh, the 5 is ahead.
5 hits. 9. Another. 1 heart off.
That's boring.
Unlucky.
A 5 is good, and Yosh is knocked out.
5 is good.
He made the right move. He just lost the pot. That's poker for you, people.
It is what it is.
We came here to poker, and we got poked.
Do you poker?
I had fun.
I do.
Oh.
Indeed.
We got Rob behind us.
What up, Rob?
What up, Rob? Right here. Rob's stealing a lollipop. Rob, are you still in the game? I guess I'm not even paying attention. What'd you lose to? You lost to the Kings, no? Yes.
That could be the burn.
Was it the?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we've been yapping about a lot of topics.
I'm 2 games in right now.
Yeah, he's
Taking
cooked.
it, yeah, hand by hand. Mid's got Jack 10 here, under the gun, 1,000 to call. Let's see what he does here. Mid is off the top end of your screen there, right behind the. What's the opposite of a black hole? Is it a white hole?
No, the opposite of a black hole would be a.
Should I say don't answer that?
Oops, I think I clicked the minus. Is
Oops,
that
I
gonna be
did it
good?
again.
Oops, I did it again. Oh, Lord. What do we got going on here? All right. Georgia's all in. I mean, again, this is kind of what I said. We're gonna have all ins coming up here. It's really all we're gonna see for the next probably couple hands, and we got. Are they both going? We don't know what cards are.
Trying to get a read on Zoe's cards here.
She folds.
She's gonna fold anyway, so let's not worry about it.
Hands Mama the rent money.
Now it's 4-1.
Let's see a flop here. 6, 7, 8.
Open-ended for Tara. Open-ended for Chris.
Yep.
Tara's in the lead here.
A 9 is really bad.
Because her ace high is still good.
A 9 is really bad for Tara.
Gut shot for Georgia. Who's already all in.
Mike's trying to lock in and get everything fixed here. I'm going to say
Chat.
another 6. It doesn't help anyone out. And we've lost the cards. Austin, do you want to go over to the other screen so we can see
Yeah, sorry
flop
about
down?
that. There we go. 6 rolls off.
And who's ahead right now? Tara still? Yeah, with ace high. Yep. 9 would kill her.
Ace high is good. Let's see if
Ace high
she
is
can
good.
figure that out. Or
Wow, pot.
ace high is going to take it down. Let's get a camera on Tara over there. I haven't seen her play too many hands, but there's a smile. She's stoked.
What's her name? Sarah?
Do you think they're friends?
No, she
Chris
just
and
said
Tara?
what's, she's maybe.
Oh, I'm 50 Look at me.
Kind of look like they could be siblings.
Oh, good. I had to go anyway.
That's a fun game to play. Siblings are dating.
What? Thank you.
You know, that's actually played that one a couple times.
Me and my sister look nothing alike. We went to camp when we were in like middle school, and you know, we made our own friends the first couple days, and then
Of course.
we saw each other at lunch, and we told people we were brother and sister, and they didn't believe us so hard that they had to like quiz us. They had us whisper like our dad's name and our address and stuff.
That's really weird.
All right, that was fun. Thanks, guys. Nice to meet you all.
We just don't. I mean, we're blood related, but we don't
Wait.
look alike at all.
Wait, why is Tara out?
You never know. I don't have my son on Sundays anymore.
How did she lose?
I don't know.
What?
We could have switched our
Sorry? Last hand, Chris won.
Read his card out.
I think we had a little glitch in the graphics there. Chris won that last hand, and Tara is actually out. So let's take a look at the stacks here. Down to the final 3, Mitt in the lead. And
Talk about hanging
Zoe's down
on.
to a half a big blind here.
Christ.
Let's see what we end up with here, guys.
I think she shoves here no matter what, eh?
Sorry, I double clicked. I shouldn't have double clicked.
Yeah, yep, you gotta shove. She doesn't shove. She's,
Zoe's going to shove here
You
with
have to.
ace 7 suited.
you have to.
Not going to look at much better than that.
She's like, what's going on? I wanted to bet. Now you're telling me to take my money back. Now this is embarrassing, and I'm just going to put it all back out there.
It's the right move.
Yep.
It's on Chris. Hoping to see his card soon.
Oh,
My
my
God.
God. Jesus Christ. I mean,
Does Chris rejam here? Or does he just... He's going to 3-bet to 2,400, and Mitch is going to get out of the way here.
oh, my God. I just spit my straw out. That's how disgusting that was.
Queens are a good hand. There's always drawing to... And he has a heart. Oh, man, Zoe's cooked.
No, she's not. No, she's not. And you know what? In my personal opinion, I like A7 over here over the queens. Give me the A7. Come on, chat. Come on. Oh, fuck. 7.
Pairs of
Come on.
7 gives her
Give
two
me one more
outs.
7. Chat, give me one more 7. Oh, fuck. 7. She's cooked.
No good. Queens are good.
Queens are good.
Zoe's going to get knocked out. You jam with that hand in that spot every day of the week, and you just see what happens. Unfortunately, sometimes you run into 2 of the ladies.
I'd love to run into 2 ladies. If you know what I mean.
I wouldn't have guessed.
What? Austin, you know what?
Looking at our VPIP here, Chris is more likely to VPIP than Mid is. Let's look at the pre-flop raise. Chris is never doing it. Chris is limping a lot. You got to be careful of that. You know, he's 8% likely to pre-flop raise, and he just did it. So, I mean, what does that say about the rest of the hands he played? Aggression frequency, Chris is in the lead, actually, above Mid. I don't think Mid's played too many hands. I don't know if I can...
You know what? Mitt, he doesn't play a lot of hands. He doesn't.
Mid's pretty patient.
He
He's
does.
just playing tight. He's made it to the final 2, and he's on the button here. Heads up. In position for the first hand of our showdown for first place.
Hopefully no one heard that, chat. I just shit my pants. Sorry, Austin.
It's okay.
I'll tell you what, it's better than having Pierce next to you.
One dear Pierce. It's got King
Lord.
Deuce offsuit. He's going to make the call from the small blind, and Chris is going to check his 10-7 off. Taking a look at the flop here. 8, 4, and a 3. No help to anybody. King high is still good. I think Mid knows it.
This is just, yeah.
It's going to go check, check, and
I
a
mean-
4 is going to roll
I
off.
mean, you know what Mitt's gonna do here. He's gonna start betting.
There we go.
You got to. With this board, you start.
Is that
betting.
$2,000?
That's 6 down. Oh, that's
It is $2,000.
that is $2,000. Obvious fold here. You have to. You must. You must.
God, that's a scary bet. Because he checked from the big blind. I mean, he has those number cards every day of the week, but, you know, when he checks it back twice, I guess Mitch just thinks, okay, he's not betting. I'm going to throw it out there and see what happens. I wonder if Mitt thinks he's best there. I think he does think he's best with King high. I like the bet.
At this point, yeah. At this point in the game, yeah.
It's just interesting. You know, when you check out of the big blind, you probably have number cards, right? And when 4 number cards roll off on the flop and turn, it's a tough spot to bluff,
I mean, he did have number cards. They just weren't the right ones.
right? And you're just betting that they're not. I mean,
And here we go with Mitt with another really good hand. Ace 10 again. One person told me when I first started that this is a bad hand. I think Chris, ooh, do you rip it here? All in, Queen 6.
not that much money behind.
Do you?
He rips it.
I think
look
you
look
rip
at
it.
the big blind is $2,000 and he has
Yo,
36.
He just kind of pump fake the fold. He's looking at it again.
He doesn't fold here. He just doesn't fold.
He can't. You
He's
gotta
big
play
blind
it.
next hand.
Yeah, you got. Oh
Oh,
my
he
God, he
lays it
puts it
down.
down.
He lays it
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Wait, does he have a lot more chips than we can see it? If Mike moves, he might actually have a lot more. You want to go ahead and ask Mike if those are the
Sure.
right?
This has 3,600 chips, correct?
Yeah.
What a great call by Theo. We're going to get a quick chip count here because I think our numbers are a little off.
Yeah, because I kind of saw Mike move, and he has a mountain.
Great look by Theo. I would have not noticed that. Let me see if I can get another shot of his chips. Not really.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's a. Maybe this camera?
Sure. Which one is that? It's this one.
No.
We can't see perfectly. We can't see here. We can't.
There it is. You see all the chips?
Those are all his chips? Jesus
Yes.
Christ. He might actually be in the lead.
No,
here.
that's what I was saying. I was like, wait, because Mike moved, and I was like, wait a second. He's got a lot more chips. Yeah, here we go. 16,000.
Chris actually is in the lead here. This changes everything.
Yeah.
How did our numbers get that far off?
So that makes a lot of sense why he put that down there. Again, a really hard spot to be in. If you
Oh, you know what happened? Remember that hand that our graphics were a little messed up? And we were like, oh, how did Chris win that? And he was like, oh, he had two pair.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes more sense now. But yeah, hard position to be in there. If you did again have the amount that Chris had, if he had like $3,000, like and
Yeah.
Mitt picks up the same hand. Funny enough,
Doesn't Chris have the same? Wasn't it Queen 8 last time?
Queen
Or it was
6.
Queen 6? Okay, because Chris has Queen 8 here.
Mitt's got the same hand that Chris had last hand, and then Chris just has two overs on him with an 8.
This makes for the best TV when you're both deep stacked about even when we're heads up at the end.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to see someone with a small stack because then you're just playing all in or fold, rightfully so, but it's just not fun to watch.
It really doesn't make entertaining television.
Both of them have, what is it, about 7 big blinds?
Yep.
So there's plenty of space to make your raises and make your checks and your calls.
You can play more comfortable.
Mitt's going to make it $4,000 to go here, and he's going to pair his 4.
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't have a 4. Nobody pairs anything. Chris is still good with 6-8 high. And Mitt's going to jam.
Shut up, Don.
Mitt's going to rip it here. And we're counting Mitt's outs in the corner, even though he just jammed.
Wow.
Chris is not going to call here.
Wow.
He's not going to call.
There's no way he does. He put it down last time. He's going to put it down again. Oh, he's asking how much. Get Mike's head off the... I know. I said it was like the sun earlier. What?
I can't see it. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I built this OBS thing today. I didn't build it.
Oh, wait.
I
We can see
started it.
chat?
Usually we can see chat on OBS, but I didn't really know how to
Uh-oh.
do all
Hold
that
up.
jazz.
I'm going to pull up the stream real quick, Chad. I know this is last second, but...
Chris makes a fold, right? That's a good fold. What a great jam by Mitt, honestly.
Who's this other commentator? He's cut off. You know what, Josh? You know what? That's very rude. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
What happened there? Did he fold?
Yeah, he ended up making the fold.
Okay.
Our went to showdown stat is definitely off because both of these guys have definitely gone to showdown at least once and not 0.
Ooh, 8K by Mitt, 9-10 by Chris. Ooh, this is a hard position. This is really hard.
Mitt's just going to jam. He's
have
just going
to.
to rip it, and
Yeah.
Chris on the button
He calls?
is going to call. I think
Yep.
he's just tired of it.
Yep.
I think he's tired of getting pushed around.
I mean-
9-10 is good enough.
I mean, 9-10, you call. You call there no matter
Here's
what.
the thing. If he's jamming back-to-back, usually I think you're stronger the second time.
Yes.
So I think I make this fold.
And yeah, he's cooked. Wait.
Chat.
Chat, wait.
Chat. Ah, he
Oh,
misses.
so close by 1.
Ace King is good, and I think that's
By
our
1.
game, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. Yep. GG's Chris. GG's Mitt. I think we all expected Mitt to be here, though.
Mitt's definitely one of the better players at the table, if not arguably the best. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. This is Hava Free Poker. We do this every Sunday. You're welcome to come. Anyone's welcome to come. We play at about 7:30 is a good bet to show up.
8 o'clock.
Come to Hava Kava. They serve kava, kratom, sodas, chips, whatever you desire.
Whatever tickles your fancy.
Whatever fancies your tickle. And
Okay.
we will see you here next time, guys. Thanks for joining us.
All right, chat. Have a wonderful night.